Kingdom Come Deliverance is genius at storytelling, and here is why. From the first moment you are introduced with Henry, one thing you can notice is that he is your classical kid who only cares about drinking beer, having a good time and sleeping until noon. This entire story is basically a journey from boy to man, how the death of his parents and his quest for vengeance makes him an adult who needs to make tough decisions. Even his first contact with nobility and how he doesn't really care about them shows how immature and rebellious he can be in those situations, but those traits of being rebellious and not listening to anyone got him on this path of going back to Scarlet to losing a sword that his father made, then going back and saying that he will never run away again from danger. You start seeing how those rebellious moves actually show courage, and even other people can see that. Therefore, our main character has depth to him. You can identify yourself with him in some things, and he has a goal he needs to achieve. In my book, that is how a good character is written. But it's not only with Henry, other characters as well are really well written. It does also help that you have amazing actors play those characters, but even then writing is what matters. Even Tom McKay, who played Henry, said that he was really impressed by the script and is one of the main reasons he is doing this. And not just him, in the interviews every single actor praised the script, and all for a good reason. Every single character that we see in the game has depth. They have their weaknesses but also their strengths. They feel like living characters, going from Radzig to Sir Divish and all the way to a simple priest who has a drinking problem. Even that entire quest with that priest is one of the funniest I've ever played, so it's not only with the characters, how the story develops and turns as you play is amazing. I did suspect that Radzig had something to do with me, but being my father was insane. Now, to go back to the priest quest, it reminded me so much of Breaking Bad, since that show, even though it was a really serious and dark one, had those funny moments where you forget that Heisenberg is actually making meth. So in all this chaos where people are dying, drinking yourself to death, having a foursome and then hold a mass is hilarious and really shows you a range of things that can happen. But even that mass had a deeper message, how people are easily deceived into thinking what you say. So that is another plus in my book. Next thing are the antagonists, main one obviously being Istvan Todd, who besides being crazy and wanting the land for himself, also has a weakness where Eric is allegedly his lover, and the story uses that to progress. And even at the end when he escapes, Henry, same as us, wonders why we didn't kill him, simply because this is not one of those games. Remember that this is a realistic game, and if a lord said let him go, you let him go, since a nobleman has an honor which he cannot break. Therefore, as a player, you understand why that happened. Even the most simple characters like the faint-hearted knight has depth. He has a reason for standing there challenging you to a duel. His mother said go and make something out of yourself, and he is desperate to fight anyone even though it would cost him his life. Game does feel a lot like a medieval detective story. If you look at it, one of the main things you were doing was collecting information, solving mysteries, who attacked the farm, who killed who, and it adds a certain depth because you have to use all your resources to find out. Even going into a monastery to becoming a novice is great, since you are stripped of all your belongings, so it's up to you to find your way inside. Yes, it was a bit boring, I didn't enjoy it that much, but I really do understand the idea behind it. I mean, still you're just one man in Bohemia, still not a noble, still just a guy with his quest for vengeance. For some, the end might feel unfinished and like there's some loose ends that need to be tied up, but it does roll out the story for the second game if that ever happens. But for me, the ending was actually really satisfying. Honestly, it's been a while since I played a game where a story really pushes me to play more, and to have those moments where I will go like, oh, or why, or just to make me think and say, well, now I understand. I don't usually have that. This sense of an adventure and the story is why we play video games, not just to get good or wreck noobs, but to also immerse ourselves and escape in this different universe. And honestly, the story is the king. If the story is not good, there is no sense in doing anything, movie, series, even a game. Last game I had that feeling in was The Witcher 3, I really enjoyed it. Before that it was Oblivion, I think. Now I'm not saying that only these games have a good story, but if we are going to look at RPGs, then yeah, it's a rare thing to have that freedom but to also follow a storyline which is really interesting and fluid. Same like New Vegas was, even though again, as I said, it was a different type of an RPG. But still, story is universal. It can be good, bad, or basic, but the story in Kingdom Come Deliverance is good, and I salute everyone who worked on the game. But that is all from me today. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. Tell me down below what do you think about this. This is LastKnownMeal signing out, and stay classy everyone. Also, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more. Bye bye.